Hi Galentines, it's Alicia. I'm here today to talk to you about the shades of the season. So quick disclaimer, I'm a very busy hot mess mom of 8 kids. Baby number 8 is due in a week and a half. And I had a choice today between hair or makeup, and clearly I made my choice and I'm sticking with it. So I'm so sorry about this crazy hair. If it's bothering you through the makeup video, I really apologize, but I am not your girl when it comes to hair. So when I say shades of the season, I'm talking about 4 limited edition lip and cheek colors that Seint has released for the first quarter of this year. So these are only available while supplies last. So if they sell out before the first 3 months, they sell out. But they are beautiful colors. And I wanted to talk to you about them today because some of us aren't big into bright pinks and bold reds, which are kind of the typical colors that we tend to think about when we think Valentine's Day looks, right? But nothing is telling you that you have to wear red for Valentine's Day or bright pinks if you're not that kind of girl. I'm going to give you some options today to consider as an alternative to those typical tried and true Valentine's Day colors. Spice it up a little bit. So we've got Audrey, Bear, Love Spell, and Tiger Lily. Before I even get into lips and cheeks, I do want to mention the fact that some of our lip and cheek colors can pull double duty as a color corrector. Now, I've done another video for this series where I talk about the demi color correctors, which are amazing tools that we can use to color correct and get rid of distractions on the skin without any visible trace of makeup, because we're working in one layer. However, for those that are just busy moms, busy women, whatever, you're busy and you're on the go and you want a slap and go option and you don't mind doing a little bit of layering, then we do have options for you as well. And one of those options is to use a light colored lip and cheek to counteract darkness and discoloration in certain areas. This one here is one of those colors. Now, because Audrey is mostly a pink shade, tiny bit of peach, but mostly pink, it's really good for greenish areas. A lot of ladies get that color right in the outside corners of their eyes, right around here. For me, I'm a bit more bluish, so it's gonna work better for certain ladies than others. But if you tend to get kind of like brownish spots, sallow spots, melasma, age spots, that kind of stuff, especially, you will love how versatile Audrey can be for counteracting that. Audrey is also just a fabulous brightening shade. So you can see how it's really perking up this area under my eyes. I'm just using a soft fluffy brush and applying just a tiny bit at a time, because even though we are going to layer here, I don't want to put too much product on because we want to avoid too much product, especially under the eyes. But can you see how that murky area there is just so much brighter now? We're going to do it on the other side too. Okay, now see how much brighter that already is? We'll do a little higher too. Way, way better, especially out here. So there we go. And then I'm gonna just apply my brightening shade right over top of that. Again, we don't want to put too much on, but just a little bit of tapping action here, and see what a good job that did. Can you tell I have makeup on? Yes. But if you keep it as minimal as possible when you're layering, it shouldn't be too crazy and it shouldn't overemphasize your crepey areas and all of that around your eyes. Okay, so Audrey is crazy good for that. It's a really great product for color correcting those types of areas of concern. Now I'm going to show you Audrey as a blush. Audrey is a super pale, very demure, kind of ethereal color pink. It's an amazing blush. I love it because it's so light that it's going to really brighten and bring forward any area that you put it on. So anything light is going to bounce and reflect the natural light out. And so it's going to appear to kind of pop forward, which is nice. It's like an instant facelift, instant cheek plumper without any of the fillers. It's really nice, especially for this area on the top of your cheekbone if you're wanting to just like lift. Even if you want to elongate your face, keeping it along those top of the cheekbones here will give you that look. If you're wanting to fill out your face a little bit more and give a little bit more plumpness to the cheeks, bring that down a little bit more right to the edge of your contour. And you see how that's kind of given me a little bit more cheek. So very understated, but it's amazing what it does to highlight those cheeks. I'll show it to you on the lips. On the lips, it is very light and it can give a bit of a chalky look because it's a matte. Unless I'm just gonna put a tiny amount on. I have my lip conditioner on. That's all I have on my lips as far as product. But you can see how if I just layer that on, it's gonna look crazy. It's gonna look like chalk. So you just want a tiny bit. And if you do just apply a little bit, especially in conjunction with that gloss, it's actually quite pretty. I personally love to mix Audrey with other colors. And one color that I love to mix it with is Love Spell. Okay, so I'm gonna show you Love Spell mixed with Audrey just because I already have Audrey on, and then I'll show you Love Spell alone. With these types of looks, I always like to put the darker shade around the perimeter of my lips. So it's kind of like a little ombre look. And then keep it light in the middle, because again, that's gonna plump and bring that area forward. So the darker color adds definition, and the lighter color adds projection. So that is Love Spell with Audrey. Now I'm gonna switch gears, take this off, and show you Bare. So if you're a girl that loves a nude lip, like a classic nude lip, think Kardashians, that kind of a look, you're gonna love Bare. It's a great color and it lives up to its name. It's definitely like a true nude color, okay? This is a matte shade. Well, it is a satin and it does kind of glide on in a nice satiny finish. So there you go, like a true nude. Now this look would be great paired with kind of a fun eye look or maybe a smoky eye look for Valentine's Day if you're going on a hot date and you want to give yourself that like smoky glam eye look and then pair it with something really understated. A nude like this would be amazing. So that's Bare, and this looks great on the cheeks as well. Bare is also a great color to tone down any dark or bright color that you have. So if you wanted to go with something like a bold red, maybe you've got a color like Scarlet or Saffron or Sangria from Seint, and you find maybe it's a little bit out of your comfort zone to go full on red, you can mix a little bit of Bare in with that and it will give it a creamier look and just kind of turn down the saturation on it. So it'll still have that color, but a little bit more muted, which might bring it more to your comfort zone and still allow you to play a little bit with some of those fun bright reds or bright pinks, okay? So another tip for you there. Moving on to Love Spell. So Love Spell is a scary color to a lot of people. It looks dark, almost like a really dark contour shade. It's a gloss, however. So Love Spell is kind of a nice, deep, moody color, but because it's a gloss, it's sheer and it's buildable. So you don't have to go all out and vampy with it. You can just apply a little bit. Sorry, I'm 9 months pregnant, so I'm gonna be huffing and puffing through this whole video. It's nice and glossy. It's very conditioning on the lips, which I love. My lips are super dry and chapped right now being pregnant. It's just like blown out of proportion. So I love my lip conditioner and I really like the glossy shades from Seint. But that's Love Spell, so it's very understated when you just apply a little bit and then you can amp it up, which we will do. Okay, so I'm also gonna apply this to my cheeks. I'm gonna leave Audrey on the top part. So that's gonna be nice and bright and lifting. And I'm gonna add kind of a contour to my cheek. As far as cheek color goes, it's gonna be a bit of an ombre using this Love Spell at the base, leading up to that Audrey. So this is nice to give some depth to the cheeks, a little bit more color and a bit more of like a romantic flush, but still leave that nice highlight at the top. Never be afraid of sheer or glossy colors on your cheeks. They're amazing. They give a beautiful, hydrated, dewy glow to the cheeks and just blend like a dream. It's awesome. Okay, so there we go. If you do like a little bit of adventure with your lip looks, I'll show you how you can amp it up And that's just by layering it a little bit more. This is the multitasker brush, by the way. It's my favorite for lips. So see how gorgeous that is when you amp it up a little bit too. Stunning, right? And so I'm pretty pale. This is really flattering on every skin tone, light to very deep, warm, cool. It's going to look amazing because it's very neutral. So it's a really nice color for those who are not really wanting to go too bright. Speaking of bright, this is a brand new color that Seint just released called Tiger Lily. It is stunning. It's very vibrant. It's very vivacious and youthful. Beautiful color. I love it on the cheeks. I'm going to show that to you here because it's a beautiful peachy cheek color, which a lot of people want. Okay. And really, if you pair something like Tiger Lily with Audrey, that would give such a nice peaches and cream type look. If you love the ombre style, having that Tiger Lily here and then up to the Audrey would be beautiful. I'm going to bring it up even to my temples a little bit. All right, and now let's try it on the lips. So Tiger Lily is a satin color. That means it's matte. It's going to be nice and velvety, but it's still buildable pigment. And this is a beautiful coral. I've heard it said that coral is a universally flattering color, and I think that's too broad of a statement because there's so many different kinds of corals. Some corals are very orange, and those are not going to look great on everyone. This one though, I think they just hit the nail on the head. It's so nice and bright and vibrant, and yet they didn't go too far with the orange, so it's still super flattering on every skin tone. I think it's just really, really beautiful. So you can wear it on its own like this, or you could deepen it up with a little bit of Love Spell. I feel like everybody needs Love Spell for Valentine's Day, even just given the name. And I'll show you how that can deepen up a bright color. And then what I mentioned before, if you wanted to kind of tone down a bright color, you could use something like Bear and mix that in, and I'll show you what that does. Kind of gives it a creamier tone. See? So lots of options with these colors. You can mix and match if you want to. You can just pick your favorite. I just love all of them. I think my favorite is probably Love Spell. Although I have to say I use Audrey a ton as well because it has so many different uses and does so much for my face. It really perks up my face for sure. And you know what? I've been playing a lot with Tiger Lily too, because this is definitely, speaking of perky, this gives me a lot of life and vibrancy as well. I'm not as much into like the Kardashian nude lip. I like a lot of color to my lips and my cheeks. So personally, this one doesn't get as much use for me. However, I know so many women that love a nude lip, and this is for you if you're one of those people because it's the perfect nude. I think it's perfect. You can also combine it with your favorite deep pink. And if you like a nude pink, this color combined with any of those types of pinks is amazing. So that is one thing I love to use this for as well. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and talk to your artist if you're wondering if one of these colors would be amazing for you. If you already know, just click add to cart. All right, thanks for watching.